Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Paula here with another video. This is a planning one, so if that's not your jam, that's okay. Might be a good time for you to exit stage right. So I shared in a recent budget video that I got a new planner, as I was like breaking down my expenses. So the deal is I started the year in my Hobonichi cousin. Actually, what I'm going to do, I am so sorry. I'm going to go through this walkthrough and share this information to the best of my ability because, I went out looking for videos and such, and not a lot of videos had, first of all, there weren't a lot of 2025 Wonderland 222 videos, so I just wanted to share this walkthrough and detail about the planner, and then I can share kind of how we got here. So the cover it's smooth. There's no texture to it. Do I have I was trying to compare it to something else, and all I have right now, well, that's not smooth because it's, is very much textured, but I was going to pull out my Sterling ink. Oh my work planner is Sterling ink to compare sort of the durability side of it. They feel similar in thickness, honestly. On the inside, there is some tooth here. It feels super nice. I already have some of my stickers. I peeled up some that I could off of my other planner, and then these are some stickers we got on our trip in Gulf Shores. And then this sticker came with the planner. Super cute. Anyway, so those pages, and then another one of those sort of cardstock pages, and then this guy, this is also a sticker that is stuck down too close to the edge, but I couldn't unstick it. So that sort of thing. This, there's a key page, index, 2 more index pages, and then you go in, and then you go into there's 4-year, at a glance, 24, 5, 6, and 7. I want to make sure that I'm seeing as much of this as I can, but also not missing stuff. And this is, so, it's the previous paper. So from what I understand, they saved, or they had some or whatever of the paper before the original Tomoe River paper stopped being made, and so these are still from that paper, is my understanding. So I was excited to go back to that for a bit. And then there's this, which is sort of, is this kind of like, kind of like what's in the weeks, I think. I guess Sterling ink, it has it too. The shading. So these are the same width as a box, 1/2 centimeter. I just have on there what I'm going to use it for. And I just did some measurements because as people are looking through here, I'm like, oh, that might be helpful to someone if they want to know how big it is. So these are about 1.5 centimeters tall and 2 centimeters wide. And it's into, it's split up quarterly. So quarter 1, and you can see it just continues like by week. So your January starts here. It doesn't go down to a new row. The week continues. The middle week is shaded. Q1, Q2, this is where I'm going to track my YouTube stuff. So I already started to write some of those in for April and May. And then you have a notes page on the opposite side of the calendars. So you have that for all of the quarters. Then you have a notes page, and then we go into the trackers, and they have these for all of the months. There are 18 lines on the tracker, and then 14 lines down below that. And it starts in December of 24. Obviously, I'm getting into this late. The trackers go all the way through December of 2025. Then you get another notes page, and then you get your December overview. That is the page that comes before the monthly. One thing, you can see they have tabs over here for what month it is. They have page numbers on all of them. And then it shows, so that shows that December is the 12th month. And then up here it says which weeks are in this month. So the 48th week of last month through the first week, or last year through the first week of this year. So I did some measurements here. The boxes are 1 3/8 of an inch wide, which is 3.5 centimeters. They do have it so you get a 1/6. Like in December, they needed 6 rows and you got a full box. There was no splitting of the boxes, which is exciting. You get your sidebar. These numbers are lighter, the months leading in and going out. So with this, it's a little bit different. Dan and I had forgotten this. I haven't had a Wonderland 222 since I was trying to think whether I got it in 22 or 23, and I just don't know. But I had the A6, and I loved it, and I finished the year in that, and then the next year, I bet it was 23. Anyway, so I have, I had forgotten, so their weeks, so all their dailies are at the end, and I got the all-in-one because I wanted a page per day. They're all at the end. But the monthlies and weeklies are dispersed. I can't think of the word that they use. So this is the December monthly page, and then it goes into the weeks that are in that month. Obviously, this didn't start... Nope, I lied. It does have all of December. So November 25th, and then we go into the months of December. Then we have a December review at the end of the month. We have a January overview, which has kind of a shaded header here. And then these 4 boxes down the side have headers. The review has the same thing. You can kind of see it pretty well. It's 2 boxes worth. Then we go into another monthly spread and then into the weeklies. The weeklies, the columns, so I also got the Unstacked. That was one of my complaints, and I don't want to say complaints because I didn't complain to anybody about it, but one of the things that made me question getting Wonderland 222 after the first year that I tried them, because I loved the planner, but the stacked weekends was a big... was hard for me. Not that I have a super big social life, but certainly I enjoy that continuity of the option to put times in, because I use my hourly planner, you know, with the timeline how it's like intended. So I really enjoy that, to have that on the weekends. So because I got the Unstacked, the columns are a little bit narrow. They're also that 1 3/8 inch and 3 or 3.5 centimeters, which is the same width as the boxes in the month. And then the sidebar is the same width. You have the calendar up there with the current week circled, and then you have the space down here. It's a little bit over 1 inch that you have up here in this top space, and then a little bit over 1.5 inches in your kind of bottom area there. And then... yeah, so it just goes through, right? So get through December, and now we're into January. Yeah, and it just goes like that. All the January weeks into the January review, the February overview, the monthly, and then into the weeks, which I kind of like because it's not total flipping back and forth. It's, you know, for the whole month of, I mean, right now we're already in May, so I was not efficient with my work time today. Well, I mean, I was efficient with my work time, but I did drive home specifically to pick this up once it said it was delivered. So, you know, if I'm working in the month of May, my month of May is all in the same spot, which before, you know, I got into like Hobonichi or Sterling Ink, like that was how all of my planners were, like the at a glance or whatever. It all kind of is chronological. And so I don't mind it. It was an adjustment for me to go to the monthlies being all at the beginning, like in the Hobonichi, but I'm excited to get back to this and see if I like it as much as I used to. So, and then I think, so we get, you know, all the way through our weeks here, and then we get to our daily pages, and I did get the full one, so we end with the December review, and then it goes into the daily pages, and it's got a 1 through 24 timeline there, which... I'm going to have to do some changing because obviously my days don't start at 1 a.m. or decide how I'm going to do that, because I do some time blocking even on my dailies. And it's, okay, it has 576 pages total. And if I subtract 201 from that, 375, but I actually think it's 376 pages, daily pages. So you've got some extras there. And then at the end, again, with like the cardstock page and the back cover, it does say on the back there, can I see it? Can I see it? No, I can't apparently. A5 all-in-one U for Unstacked. And then on the front, it just has the Wonderland 222 planner and then the year of 2025. So very subtle, like marking on it, so you wouldn't necessarily know. All right, so that is my kind of going through a little bit of this planner. And I'm just going to put this up separately for anyone who actually wants to just do a walkthrough and see what it's all about. And I'm going to pop over and do another video setting it up.